Hey everybody, in this video we're going to be going over factorials. If you want to follow along, the links to the companion worksheet are in the description below. Also, don't forget to click that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all the videos that we have coming out. So let's get started. Now what factorials mean is this is a shorthand for when we're picking 5 items and asking how many ways can we reorder it. So if we have 5 items and we want to put them in order, well, the first object we can pull from, we have 5 to choose from. But the next one to choose from, we've already picked one, so that means we have 4 left. And then the third one, we have 3, and then the fourth one, we have 2, and then the last one, there's only 1 left. And so it's 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And so when 1 times 2 is 2, times 3 is 6, times 4 is 24, times 5 is 120. And so when we do factorials, basically we take that number and we multiply all the way down to 1. So here we want to calculate this value of 6 factorial over 8 factorial. So 6 factorial is the number of ways we can reorder 6 things. So that's going to be 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. We divide that by 8 factorial. That's the number of ways we can reorder 8 things, which is 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Now what ends up happening is 1 through 6 up here cancels with 1 through 6 down here. So that leaves us with 8 times 7, which is 1 over 56. And so when we have factorials in a fraction form, oftentimes a lot of things are going to cancel away for us. So looking here at number 3, here we have 7 factorial over 2 factorial. So we want to reorder 7 things. So it's going to be 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. All over 2 times 1. So that means the 2 and the 1, those are going to cancel, leaving all the rest. So that means we have 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3. All right. So if we want to calculate that, these two are going to be 42. These two are going to be 20, and then 3. Now 42 times 20, that's going to be 840 times 3. 8 times 3 is 24, so that's 2,400. And then 3 times 4 is 12, with a 0 is 120. So that means it's 2,520. Now with number 4, we can start to develop a little bit of a shortcut to say, well, why write it all out? There's going to be 11 down to 1 on top and 9 down to 1 on the bottom. So that means 9 to 1 is going to cancel out, and the only thing not canceled is going to be the 11 and the 10. So that means that's going to equal 110. Now with number 5, we can employ the same idea. 100 factorial is going to have 100 all the way down to 1. 97 factorial is going to have 97 all the way down to 1. So that's going to leave 100, 99, and 98 down below, on top, sorry. So if we want to calculate that, 99 times 98 is 9,702. And then if we multiply that by 100, that's going to be 9,702 with 2 more zeros. So 970,200. Now over here, with this 6th one, here we have 4 factorial. This is the number of ways we can order 4 things. And then 0 factorial. Now people often get this confused because they think, well, you just multiply this number down to 1. But remember where it comes from. This is the number of ways we can reorder 4 things, which is 24. This is the number of ways we can order 0 things. So if we have 0 things, how many ways can we put them in order? We can only put them in order one way, just having nothing. And so that's why every time you want to think about factorial, you always have to think about it in terms of, I have this many things, how many ways can I reorder it? And in that sense, 0 factorial does make sense, because you just have nothing. Now, with number 7, here we want to write this using factorials. Now 12 is the same as 4 times 3. And looking back the way we've been using factorials, we could think of that as, well, we could put this as 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 with a 2 times 1 on the bottom, and the 2's cancel out. So that means this is 4 factorial on top and 2 factorial on the bottom. With number 8, 56 is the same as 7 times 8. So that means 6 and below was canceled out in the denominator. So we have 8 factorial on top, and we have 6 factorial on the bottom. And then down in number 9, this one, let's see, we can break this into 99 and 10, and 99 we can break into 9 and 11. Now we need numbers that are all in a row. So that's 11 times 10 times 9. So 8 down to 1 isn't there because it got canceled away. So that means we have 11 factorial on top, and we have 8 factorial on the bottom. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have suggestions or problems you want to see worked out, type a comment below. To support the channel, click the Patreon link to help keep this going. Thanks so much for watching, and remember, the best way to understand something is to do it.